What would you say in terms of like understanding the strategies and concepts and techniques that you learn?
I'd say maybe about a two, with it being pretty easy. As long as you stay honest to it, it really can be that simple. But
So thinking back to like sort of, where you started with us when you came in the door and where you're at now, what does that look like? What's the difference now for the viewers to understand?
definitely offered me more insight to what I knew, and I gave me building blocks to work off and advanced my trading game as a whole. The logic and the process and everything, which has then led into taking structured, profitable, consistent trades. If I hadn't taken this course, I don't really know where I'd be. I took 7 trades and lost one. The profit factors on them was like 2,300, 1,100, 2,500. The loss was 1,400, 1,700, 1,200. And my TradeAvate account since the start of November, when I started again, I'm up 20K on a 50K account.
All right, we've got Dale here. Dale just finished our coaching program, mate. So if you could just sum it up all in one sentence, how would you explain it to everyone?
It was the last 10% I needed to give me the direction I needed to continue on the whole journey. Yeah.
And obviously you came into the program, right, with a bit of experience, a bit of background. You tried to figure it out, on your own and with the help of others as well. But what was sort of that tipping point for you that made you say, like, I need to invest in this program? And what made you also choose us over others?
Initial contact was very genuine, relatable. Obviously, things like having the AFSL numbers and their qualifications and all that as well.
And now that you've sort of like come out the other end, are you confident that you've got from where you wanted at the start to where you wanted to go now? Have we helped you achieve that?
100%, 100%. Definitely skyrocketed my progress, my learning, my growth. And again, giving me some really solid direction.
What would you say over the, sort of the structure? Did it surprise you? Did it exceed what you were expecting?
The expectations, it definitely met all of them. That's what I was looking for. Something systematic, chronological, something that had structure that you could actually follow along and you didn't get lost into it didn't change.
And if you had to put it like sort of on a scale, right? Like if 1 was, a monkey could learn it and 10 was you need to be a rocket scientist.
Overall, everything was great. I think that the sort of critical point or the pivotal point rather for me was at the end and that last call, which was the opportunity to go over all your notes, go over all your questions, solidify them yourself, and then that last call to really make sure that you've ironed out any sort of that call literally changed everything at the end of it.
So how would you say like sort of the course stacks up against all that free YouTube content that's out there?
I don't even think they're comparable. I mean, if it was, then your stuff would be on YouTube. You know what I mean? It's the system and the structure and the ordering, and it's not comparable.
Like, was there any moments where you sort of felt overwhelmed, or would you say like the entire time it was crystal clear?
The course and the coaching 100% crystal clear. If I did feel overwhelmed, that was as simple as taking some notes and flicking out some questions and getting the responses back, and that got rid of that straight away.
Speaking of those responses, right? Like, what was the typical wait time? Did you ever felt like we left you in the dark? Did you get the support that you thought you were going to get?
Yeah, the support was always 100%. Definitely not left in the dark.
And obviously, coming out the other end of it, it's fair to say that you feel you got your value for money?
100%, 100%. It's not really something I think that you can put into a monetary value. If you're in the game and you're serious about it, and you do the work, the results will pay for this in 1,000,001 ways, provided you do that work. So 150% worth it.
And if someone was, let's say, maybe on the fence about joining the wait list, they were umming and ahhing, what would you say to them?
I would say I was one of those guys at the start. I had a few things going on in my own life, and I thought, all right, do I do another course, another lot of mentors, another lot of this? And I was sitting there asking those same questions, and I just thought, well, I'm not going to stop. I could come out the back of this and know nothing. I could come out the back of this and know everything. I chose to come out the back of it, and like I said earlier, I think it's been pivotal in my direction. If you're sitting on the fence, just do it and do the work.
It sounds like you've obviously, because there's people that come into the program and don't put in the effort and don't get the result, and there's people that come into the program and do what you do and put in the time and journal and document everything and study and go over their charts and learn from it. And what you've just done is really bypass like probably 3 years of trial and error, and this is just the beginning. Like, you've just finished. Like, it's going to pay dividends for the rest of your life. Thanks again. You've been an amazing student, and I look forward to it.
Hats off to you guys at MMT for sure.